We have a very eminent person, Rashid Ghazali sir, headed by this great institution. He's a Burger University Syndicate member also, our secretary sir. And we have a very good faculty in our institution. First of all, I welcome Rashid Ghazali sir. He's a secretary and Burger University Syndicate member. On behalf of everybody joined today, I welcome you, sir. Dr. G. Sandil Kumar, sir. Sir, our principal. Whatever program we submitted to sir table, immediately sir will give this permission. With all due respect, I would like to welcome Dr. G. Sandil Kumar, sir, for this program. Professor T. Mohan Babu, sir, Dean Academic of our institution, with 50+ years of experience, so as leading as academic dean of a great institution. I express my sincere thanks and most welcome to the great this program. Then Mr. Devi Shankar is actually sir from Nagpur. Is a weapon instructor. So is our instructor also. I'm so happy to see our Devi Shankar sir, because the last 3 months, myself and Lieutenant Dr. Pankaj sir, we undergone the training under a great personality. I am really appreciate sir talent and personality. So actually, when I called sir to a felicitation, sir immediately agreed. Sir said, okay, I will come. Due to this, a lot of schedules and busy schedule in Nagpur OTA, Officer Training Academy. Sir already joined with us for a felicitation. On behalf of everybody, most welcome, sir. Then our officers commanding, sir, Srinivas sir is also with us. On behalf of this great institution and NCC unit, on behalf of everybody, I welcome you, sir. Then Lieutenant Dr. Pankaj sir. Sir actually is my close friend last 3 months in OTA. Sir was a well-known person in India. So actually, sir got on, is not only one. When I go through this profile of sir, we want to take 30 minutes to complete this profile. So sir was a great professor in University of Kashmir. So on behalf of everybody, sir, welcome to this program. Then our senior cadet Bhavana also, for vote of thanks. I welcome Bhavana. On behalf of this great institution, on behalf of our NCC unit, I welcome all the head of the departments of various departments of our Nilgiri College, and all the faculties members, and all allowing my students and cadets from different institutions in all over India. And a special welcoming to our guests from Central University of Kashmir. I have seen many professors from university circle, Pankaj sir, friend circle.
University of Jammu,
on
sir.
On behalf of this institution, I welcome you, sir. Yeah. I don't want. I want to take the names of all the lieutenants. Many lieutenants are there. I think Devi Nandan sir is also smiling. I have seen all the smiling faces. On behalf of Nilgiri College of Arts and Science, Tamil Nadu, and NCC unit, I welcome you, sir. Thank you. Now I invite Dr. G. Sandil Kumar, sir, our principal, for presidential address. Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Lieutenant Abdul Razak, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Audible, sir.
Our respected Secretary of Nilgiri College of Arts and Science, Rashid Ghazali, sir. Our beloved academic dean, Mohan Babu, sir. And the resource person and eminent personality from Central University of Jammu, Lieutenant Dr. Pankaj Mehta, sir. And the weapon trainer of OTA Kamchi, Mr. Devi Shankar, sir. And all the learned faculty members from Central University of Jammu, and the NCC officers and NCC cadets, and my dear faculty friends of Nilgiri College of Arts and Science, and my dear student friends. It gives me immense pleasure to join this webinar on role of youth in the national building, the need of the hour. As we all know that the present population of India says that more than 47% of people in India are youth. So the country is heading towards with a youthful blood, so that we can do wonders. And as our former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, the youth, they are only the building blocks of any country. Likewise, our country is in the hands of the youth. So I take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. PP Abdul Razzaq, Lieutenant, who had taken an apt topic for this webinar called Role of Youth in National Building on this auspicious day of celebrating National Armed Forces Flag Day. Congratulating the NCC officer of Nilgiri College of Arts and Science and the NCC cadets for arranging such a wonderful seminar. And on behalf of all the faculty friends and management, secretary, principal, and my own behalf, I extend a very warm welcome to all the members who have joined this webinar. Hope this webinar will give so many takeaways so that we will take the responsibility in building our nation into a secular, a strong, with multifaceted facility nation. Thanks for the opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for a wonderful speech. Now I invite our my teacher, Mr. Devi Shankar sir, Weapon Instructor, OTA Committee, Nagpur, Maharashtra. Sir, please, sir. Sir, your mic is unmute, I think. Sir, Devi sir, your mic is unmute, I think. Sir, Devi sir. Hello, Devi sir. Sir, your I think mic is unmuted. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, Devi sir. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, Devi sir.
Hello, sir. Ji sir.
Sir, now it's clear, sir. Now it's clear. Sir, please, sir, please.
सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। उत्तराखंड राज्य की ओर से आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन एवं स्वागत। आप लोगों के द्वारा जो ये नेशन बिल्डिंग पर वेबिनार आयोजित किया जा रहा है, उसके लिए मैं आपका शुक्रगुजार हूं कि मुझे भी इसमें पार्टिसिपेट करने का मौका मिला। और अब्दुल रज्जाक सर को मैं बहुत बधाई देना चाहूँगा, आपके पूरे कॉलेज को, कि आप लोग बहुत अच्छा एक ये इवेंट कर रहे हैं और इसके माध्यम से आप एनसीसी के उद्देश्यों और लक्ष्यों को सफल बनाने में पूर्ण सहयोग करेंगे और ऐसा विश्वास है कि आपके द्वारा जो ये कार्य किए जा रहे हैं उनसे राष्ट्र निर्माण में छात्र छात्राओं की भूमिका अग्रणी होगी और वह प्रेरित होकर के इसके लिए कार्य करेंगे। मैं आप सभी का हार्दिक धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करता हूं कि आपने मुझे बोलने का अवसर प्रदान किया। थैंक्स अ
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सर। अपने देवी शंकर सर इज देयर है ना सर?
यस सर।
देवी शंकर सर, साउंड आई थिंक माइक इज म्यूट आई थिंक।
देवकीनंदन, यस सर।
हेलो देवी सर।
I think there is some connectivity issue, Abdul ji.
I think technical issue is there.
Yeah, you can move ahead. Sir can speak later. There is some connectivity issue, I think.
I think just I call you, sir. Just 2 seconds. Sir is joining, sir. Joining. Some technical issue. So now it's joining. Davis, sir, now it's okay? I think network issues is continuing. Davis, sir, my sound is audible, sir? Sir, my sound is audible? Davis, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Continue, sir. Now it's okay. Sir. Please. Okay, sir. Please, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Now I invite our Davis, sir, for felicitations.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving a great opportunity. Thank you for giving a great opportunity to Lieutenant Rajak sir, Lieutenant. अरे बीच में क्या हो रहा है? एक मिनट सर.
Sorry for some technical issues, I think. Sir will rectify within few minutes. I'm really sorry for this technical issue faced by our David, sir. Sir, now it's okay, sir?
नो प्रॉब्लम सर, वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म पर ये प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट. but you are doing very well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm very happy to see you also.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm very happy.
I tried in morning 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then I saw 7 p.m.
Devi sir, now it's clear, sir.
Abdul ji, you can do one thing. You can call Devi sir on phone.
Okay,
And
okay.
through phone you can वो address कर पाएंगे. You can ask him through phone. You can make a call and put that phone onto the speaker. So that way we can listen.
Hello, Pankaj sir. How are you? Good evening, sir. Jai Hind, sir.
Sir, Jai Hind, good evening. I was just waiting कि once he will call me, then I will speak, because आपको देखा, पंकज सिंह सर को भी मैंने देखा इसमें participant list में, जैन भट्ट सर. So I was just waiting.
Good evening to all. Good evening to all. Good evening, Dr. Pankaj. Good evening, Jainti sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
And happy Ahmed Feroz Flag Day to all.
Yeah.
Happy to see you, sir. Jain,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Good evening,
Jai
Devi
Hind,
sir. Jai Hind, Jai Hind.
So actually our Devi sir joining. Devi sir, please.
Good evening, Dr. Razak.
Good evening.
How are you?
Fine, sir.
Happy Ahmed Feroz Flag Day.
Sir, it's actually our David sir is trying to join with us.
Yeah.
Abdul ji, you can do one thing. You can ask
Okay, sir.
Na,
Okay,
because
I already contact Anna, sir.
We are
Okay, I
eagerly
think,
waiting for Devi, sir.
Okay, we will go to Devi sir sometime later. Now I invite. Actually, I want to introduce today's chief guest, Lieutenant Dr. Pankaj Mehta. Actually, sir is a coordinator, Department of Earth Science, Central University of Jammu. Assistant Professor, Environmental Science, Central University of Jammu. Technical expert on solid waste management, Jammu Municipal Corporation. One of the coach members, Central University of Jammu. Former Assistant Director, Director of Physical Education, Central University of Jammu. President, Institute Innovation Council, Central University, Jammu. Former Coordinator, University Innovation Cell, Central University of Jammu. Former Assistant Dean, Students Welfare, Central University of Jammu. So has completed his PhD in 2007. He has qualified CSIR, UGC NET, Earth Science, December 2002. So has qualified UGC NET, Environmental Science, June 2003. Under the leadership of Dr. Mehta, Central University of Jammu has been organized in the promising band of ARIIA 2021, ranking under the category Institute of National Importance and Central Universities, CFTS Technical. 25 publications in reputed journal and national journals, and 20 publications, conferences in different area of research interest, water quality analysis, soil geography, IPR, green buildings, and instrumental granted. 8 books, chapters, and 9 edited books. 7 IPRs, intellectual property rights, granted to Dr. Mehta from Government of India. On behalf of entire Nilagiri family, now I invited Lieutenant Dr. Pankaj Mehta for a wonderful section on role of youth in national building. Thank you, sir. Welcome you, sir. Now I am hand over to the Lieutenant Dr. Pankaj Mehta, sir. Please continue, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Lieutenant Dr. Abdul Razak, for giving me this opportunity to come and speak on this role of youth in nation building. Today, as we all know, that we are celebrating this National Armed Force Flag Day. And on 7th of December, each year, we are celebrating this year since 1949. And on this occasion, the fund what we collect from the people, the fund what is being, somebody has unmuted. In the background, there is a voice. Please mute.
Please unmute yourself.
All of you, please
Cannot
unmute.
be
All of
unmute.
you, please unmute. All of you, please.
On this National Armed Forces Flag Day, I am grateful that this event has been organized. I am thankful to the organizer, to Senthil Kumar sir, and to Ghazali sir, and to Mohan sir, those who are the forces behind in organizing this national webinar on this important topic on the very important day, which is National Armed Force Flag Day. And I can see Devi Shankar sir, our chief mentor, and we are being blessed that he is also attending this webinar. And I can recollect the memories, the past 90 days, what we have spent, and under his mentorship, under his training, that today we are able to contribute at least something for the nation. Devi sir, thank you very much for and since you were our teacher there, and we have learned many things, so it is my pleasure, and I am very happy to see you. And
thank you, sir. Thank you.
And I can see Zain Bhatt sir, Devki Nandan sir, Pankaj sir. So it's all the memories what I am recollecting. And moving ahead in the future, as I had promised to Devi sir and to other ROTA participants, we are also planning a big event, and just Abdul sir had taken the lead, so we will also come, we will also join the party sometime. And to begin with this, I would first like to brief the importance of this day. Like, there is a Zilla Welfare Sainik Association which is working in each and every district, and under their leadership they give the task of collection of fund from the civilians by distributing a small flag. So Central University of Jammu, 4th Jammu and Kashmir Battalion, we have collected around 35,000 of rupees, and today I have handed over that money to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, that money need to be deposited to the Zilla Welfare Association. So that small contribution we had made on this very much important day, Flag Day, what is being known, where we memorize our veterans, and to those people, the soldiers, those who have done their bit, did their contribution for the nation. And I am going to give a talk on the role of youth in nation building through a PowerPoint presentation. I am going to share my screen, and before I go to share my screen, I am also thankful to my NCC cadets who have joined this webinar. Central University of Jammu NCC cadets are there. I can see them on the screen. And to the OTA esteemed members, to Abdul Razak sir and your organizers like Senthil Kumar sir, Mohan sir, and Ghazali sir, along with Devki Nandan and Pankaj Singh sir. I am going to share the screen, and kindly let me know whether my screen is visible or not. You can see my screen? Everybody, the screen is visible?
Yes, Dr.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yeah. So the topic of today's talk is role of youth in nation building. So I am Lieutenant Dr. Pankaj Mehta, working with the Department of Environmental Science at Central University of Jammu. Today's the framework of this talk, it will be comprising by the problems which are being faced by the world today, age-wise distribution of the population, the Indian scenario, what are the challenges, what is the way forward, roles and responsibilities of youth, followed by a conclusion. And to begin with, it is the youth where lies the future of our country. And it has been very well said by Swami Vivekanand that my faith is in the younger generation, the modern generation. Out of them will come my workers, and they will work out the whole problem like lions. So it is a well-known fact that the future of any nation or any country, it lies in the hand of the youth. They are the real working power. And as we all know that our country, we all are proud that we always speak that India is the youth nation of the world, where more than 65% of the population is below the 25 year of age. But this age I want to quote again that we have only 15 to 20 years in our hand, because this working population, which is below 35 years, within a span of 15 to 20 years, they will be coming in the age group of 50 to 55. So this youth power, the power what we are having, we are lucky. This is the time where we need to utilize this energy of our youth so that our nation can also be stand along with the developed nation. Still we are working, we know that we are developing and that we want to become the developed nation, and it is possible only and only when the energy of the youth can be channelized. And through NCC, we know we are shaping the young minds, the youth, that they should come forward and their energy can be utilized, irrespective whether they are going to join the defense forces or not. They need to be a very well trained citizen where discipline and unity kind of thing can be taught. So this introduction, the role of youth in nation building is very important, and here lies the future, as also it has been said by Swami Vivekanand. The problem what we are facing today, it is unemployment, poverty, corruption, and along with the depletion of natural resources related to the environment. Since I teach environmental science, the global warming and pollution, all these problems what we are facing today, they can be solved if we utilize the potential of our youth. So we need to think very seriously on this. And I just want to quote certain things where youth had proved themselves that they are the real power. The mission to the moon, the whole planning where the first person walked onto the moon, it was made possible only because of the youth. If I cite an example of Japan, 77 years when the bombing at Hiroshima and Nagasaki had been done. And today we see that Japan is a developed nation. It is growing like anything because they have invested into the youth. More than 80% of the youth in Japan is responsible for the economic boost of to that country. And in India, for getting this independence, our Indian youth, they have played an important role to make our country free. These are some of the names what we do know: Shahid Bhagat Singh, Subhash Chandra Bose, Rani Lakshmi Bai, and many more young leaders who have written the golden words in the Indian history because they were the youth. So youth have a very challenging role and it need to be utilized in a proper fashion. About half of the world population is under the age of 25. And 1.8 billion people, they are in between the age group of 11 to 25. And we are being considered as the largest youth generation to ever exist. So this is the golden period which is going on. And within this 15 to 20 years, this thing what I am showing today, it will not be the reality because this age span will move into the 50-55 age group. Then that energy cannot be channelized, and the new generation which will be coming, it will be below 15 years of age. So this real working force is now, and therefore our country is really investing into the startups, innovation, entrepreneurship. This is the time where they are launching various schemes because everybody know that within this 15 to 20 years, we have to channelize this energy. In the next slide, I have shown the age-wise distribution of the world. And if I talk about the Indian scenario, 45% of our population is below 25. And more than 60% of our population is in the working age group, that is between 15 to 60 years. And as I had quoted that 65%, again, it is below 35 years of age. So this is the age-wise distribution of population in India in 2022, and this 25 to 34 years, 17% of population is falling in this range, means around 20% in 25 to 34 years. 35 to 44, we have 14%. So if we combine this from 25 to 44, we have roughly around more than 30% of the population. So the schemes what need to be taken up, it is for these people only where we can utilize or channelize their energy. The presence of younger people in our country gives us an edge over the demographic dividend over other countries. We are lucky and we are the largest youth nation as of now. So we are getting a demographic dividend over other countries. And this demographic dividend is the growth in the economy of the country due to the change in the age structure. So the youth are the cornerstone to the societal rejuvenation, and India having such a huge population of youth, which is having the immense potential for advancement of technology, medical science, education, and entrepreneurship. So here is the role of our younger people, which can, if we can channelize this, then yes, we can rule over this world, as it has also been mentioned in our national education policy that India want to arose again as a Vishwa Guru as we were existing earlier. So coming to the challenges for the youth, there we know that we have to channelize this energy, but there are certain challenges which is being faced by our youth. And what are those challenges which our youth is facing? It is unemployment, lack of proper education, corruption, violence, social inequality, gender biasness, drug abuse. So these are certain challenges what are being faced by our youth. And as we see that India is ranking, if we see the ranking index, we are ranking above 100 in all the index. Having such a major youth population, still we are ranking above 100. If we see human capital index, we are 116. If we see the happiness index, we are 144. If we see the human development index, again we are lying at 131. So it means there is a serious thinking which need to be done, because being such a major, because I have shown that in Japan, if we see Singapore, it is the youth who have raised those countries. And why we are lacking? Because the challenges what our youth is facing. So what is the way forward? How we can move ahead? How we can make our youth to overcome those challenges what they are facing? Therefore, skill-based education is the need. Education, simple education is not going to work as of now. We need to provide the education where certain skills need to be taught to the youth, which can be utilized for the development of our nation. Encourage the youth for entrepreneurship and startup. Why I am saying, see, everybody is running for a job. If I am teaching in a class and a class has a strength of 50 students, if a single student have that urge, sir, I want to generate my own business, I am going to do a startup of my own where I will be generating 100 jobs. So the problem for those 50 students has been taken up by one youth who has invested in his startup where he has generated 100 jobs. So in spite of becoming a job seeker, they are becoming job provider. So entrepreneurship, startup, and innovations need to be boosted at any cost, because this is the most important scenario where we can utilize the energy, because by generating jobs in a simple startup, we can involve the people, skills can be given to them, and our country can rise and can join the hand of the developed nation. Why I am saying this? Because intellectual property, innovation, and entrepreneurship always add to the economy of the nation. If we want to increase the GDP, we have to take up the patents, the copyrights, the trademark. As of all, more IPR, more will be the GDP, and the image of the country. It will add to the image of the country into the world as an intellectual, prosperous nation. So these we have to organize youth development program to overcome these challenges, where our youth can play a significant role in nation building. Now, what are the roles and responsibilities of the youth? If I speak on this roles and responsibilities, if we see statistics, what I have said earlier also, that India has the upper hand. We have the upper hand and we are enjoying that demographic dividend, but we have to utilize somehow within these 15 years if we want to do something unique into the world. If India wants to improve the situation, then it is the responsibility of the youth to come forward and take the responsibility to fight against this multiple inequalities, what I have spoken, and to contribute into the development of our nation. Roles of youth in promoting quality education. See, today's students, they are tomorrow's teachers, scientists, doctors, engineers, leaders, entrepreneurs. So it is the duty of teachers, educators, and policy makers to provide quality education to students. see, quantity is not going to serve the purpose, because everybody is having a degree. There is no dearth of degree. If we can see, there are a lot of MBAs, there are a lot of engineers, still they are struggling for a job. Why? Because quality education is lacking somewhere. I always say there is no dearth of job provided you have a quality knowledge and quality education is lying within yourself. If you have a certain skill, there is no dearth of a job. But the scenario is somewhat different. And to avoid this, in 2020, we have launched up this national education policy, where if you see the structure, we are trying, it's just 2 years only, we are trying so that in this 10-12 years, the entire scenario we can change. And as earlier we were Vishwa Guru, we want to get back to the same chair where we can enjoy. And it is the youth which is the privileged person in the society who can contribute, because they are full of energy. That energy need to be channelized through skill-based and entrepreneurship-driven programs, and providing them quality education which involves knowledge on skill and entrepreneurship. This is how I am visualizing. You are most welcome to put up your views only, so that we can always suggest the policy makers, because we are the teachers. And we can always suggest to the policymakers that this kind of policy need to be drafted, because the policymakers are different from the educators. The bureaucrats, those who draft this policy, they won't go in and look the real picture, that what need to be given to the youth and what are their needs. So we, the people, can always discuss through this forum and give our suggestions to the Ministry of Education. And through Ministry of Education, we can reach to the policymaker that this kind of policy is needed. This is what we are seeing. Role of youth in national integration. See, youth also plays a very crucial role in integration. And this is what we are being teaching in NCC, because we are lucky enough that we are being trained teachers of NCC, where we are also connecting with the youth who are in the age group of 18 years. Because after 12th, when student is coming to a college or to a university, he or she interacts with the ANOs, and it is our responsibility to inculcate the feeling of patriotism and national integration, where we have to teach them that first we are human beings and we have to become a good human being irrespective. Because I always say that first we have to become a good human being, then we have to take up a career if we want to do a justice. So the feeling of national integration is must, and we have to avoid the feeling of divide and rule, what Britishers have done to our country and they are enjoying. Because this national integration, where we have to overcome the casteism, communalism and regionalism, because our country, where the diversity we can see, it is unique in the whole world. And this unity in diversity need to be shown not by words but by action, because everybody says that unity in diversity, but we have to prove it but through actions, where we should come on a common platform and start speaking for the development of our country. Still, the politicians, they play a different note, but if we are an educated people of our society, we need to understand each and every step, and we have to discuss amongst all that in what shape we want to take our country. So this, if we are doing this, it is going to help and preserve our cultural heritage and infuse the spirit of patriotism. So the country together can defeat all the separatist attempt by unscrupulous element. What they always do, they speak something, but their actions are not what they are speaking. So we need to understand, because the work is need to be shown by action, not by words. The action are more important, words are not. So the spirit of national integration need to be shown through different actions. And Republic Day camp, because as it is coming, because once the NCC youth, the kind of energy what I see to them, and later on once he comes into the age group of above 22, 25, 28, there are things what we have infused into them, things what we see we misses at a later age. That is only because of the infusement of certain unscrupulous element what they do to get their part done. So role of youth apart from national integration is also important in politics, and the youth, as we know, they are the future of our nation. The Indian youth should consider joining politics and running for different roles such as governors, bureaucrat, and even prime minister. What is the problem? The problem is the people, those who are coming into this line, they are not the well-versed educators, and there we face the real problem. So our youth, they should also think seriously of coming into this line where people can choose, they can elect them, and these what I have mentioned in my slide, they can always have an aim that I will become governor, sir. I want to lead my country. I want to become a minister, sir. Generally, what we say is, a teacher, sir, I want to become an army officer. I want to protect my country. I want to lead my country by coming into this. So these kind of good people are also needed in the politics, because this opportunity which is provided at the educational level to contribute to the politics should be encouraged. Because we know that good people are lacking there. We need more educational people who can contribute to this, and youth should learn and follow the clean and meaningful politics can be done. Apart from this, the role of youth is also important in national security. The nation today faces grave security concern both externally and internally. More internally rather than externally. We have to look at first, we have to be strong from within. The outer forces, we do have armed forces who is guiding our country, protecting our country. But first we need to protect ourselves within also. That is through internal thinking. Because once we say if our thinking goes wrong, then that problem also comes within the country itself. So youth are a big force, which if channelized correctly, I want to speak again this, youth is a big force. And if it is channelized correctly, we can ensure and enhance the security of our country. So something we need to do in this, and this stability to the nation and help in thwarting the selfish desire. Because this is what we have learned in NCC, that selfless service to the nation. Nation is first. So selfless service to the nation is the need. And the motto what we have been told in NCC, which is unity and discipline. Discipline is the things which need to be done irrespective if you are not willing to do it. That is discipline. Things which need to be done, we have to do the things which need to be done irrespective whether we wish this thing or not. So that discipline and unity, if it can be infused into the youth, I am sure, and if we can channelize the energy and if we can infuse this spirit of discipline and unity, I am sure that our youth can do wonders, and again India can arise. To conclude, young men and women, they are the reservoirs of unbounded energy and enthusiasm. Youth should accept all the challenges faced by the country. Because we always say, because generally the problem what we see, the younger generation, they always become disheartened. Sir, मैं ये बनना चाहता था, मैं नहीं बन पाया. I always say that these movements, they are temporary. Happiness is the success. Success is not attaining a big position or a big thing. If after attaining a big position, if still we are unhappy, that is not success. If you are happy, you are successful. And if we are failure in something, or if we are pass in something, that doesn't make a big difference, because these are movements. These are temporary. After again, few time later, you will become successful. If you are unsuccessful, that movement got failed. You were never failed. We always say you are a failure. No, that movement was a failure. And again, that movement will cross, you will become successful. So you are permanent. So if this kind of feeling, if this kind of counseling, if we can do of the youth, they will never be go in depression. They will always be charged up and always utilize their energy for the growth of our country. And for this, the energy, the skill, and the talent need to be properly harnessed. Energy of the youth, we know tremendous energy. If we can impart certain skill and talent, we have done our thing. Youth is full of energy, just they are lacking of certain talent and skill. And if we can invest those skills and talent into those youth, and if we can properly harness and channelize this thing, definitely that thing will be used for the benefit of the country. And when nation will grow, everybody will grow. This is what we have learned in India, that Vasudev Kutumbakam concept, and सबके भलाई में अपनी भलाई है, सबके भले में ही सबका भला है. So this kind of thing, what we have learned from our ancestors, it can be done only if we can infuse this feeling. And coming to conclude, finally, I say it is knowledge only what refines, purifies and sharpens the mind. बुद्धि की शुद्धि ज्ञान से होती है. And it is the knowledge what imparts skill and talent. So if we can impart knowledge among to the youth, they are full of energy. So combination of knowledge and energy, K and E, can do the wonders to make our country, to make our youth to lead this future. So with these few words, I again congratulate all of you who have joined this webinar on to this auspicious occasion of our Flag Day. And by saying these few words, where I can see that it is only youth and youth who can lead our country. So with this, I thank you all. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Pangesh sir. Very informative regarding this youth. So actually, now is a platform for open discussion. I invite Davis sir to continue the rest of the things. Davis sir.
Thank you. May I audible?
Audible sir.
Yes sir. So first of all, thank you for everyone who give a chance to participate this webinar. सबसे पहले मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि मेरा स्टूडेंट जाके आगे के इतना अच्छा काम कर रहा है. जिस मकसद से हम ट्रेनिंग यहाँ पे देता है कि वो जाके आगे की ट्रेनिंग की, हमें बहुत खुश हो रहा है कि आप ट्रेनिंग पूरा पंकज सर को और हमारे रजाक सर को देख के और भट्ट सर वगैरह, जो जिस मकसद से हम एनसीसी ओटीए में यहाँ पे इन लोगों को ट्रेनिंग देता है कि देश के भविष्य को बदलने के लिए, कि देश का भविष्य बदलने वाला है एक मास्टर जी है और वो टीचर्स अपनी काम सही ढंग से निभा रहे. ये वेबिनार देखते ही पता चल रहा है कि पंकज सर ने बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स को कवर कर चुका है, बहुत बढ़िया है. तो यूथ ये सोचना कि सबसे पहले कि गवर्नमेंट में गलतियां पकड़ने से अच्छा कि गवर्नमेंट बहुत सारे अच्छे चीज आपको यूथ को दे रहा है, कि उन चीजों का आप यूटिलाइज करें. जैसा कि अभी आपको रिसेंटली लॉन्च किया कि यूथ को आर्मी के अंदर लाए, 5 साल नौकरी दिलाए, और आपको फौज के अंदर 5 साल नौकरी करने के बाद आपको कई सारे चीजें सीखने मिलते हैं. वो चीज का आपको सिविल में आपको अमल करेंगे. कोई चीज यूथ को अभी लेटेस्टली आपको सभी सोचता है कि यार ये कौन पिछड़ी में जाना है, राजनीति, सभी का दिमाग में ये बैठ गया कि राजनीति बोलने से क्या है कि ये गलत नहीं है. अभी यूथ राजनीति के अंदर आए, जो करप्शन बोल रहा है, ये करप्शन का आप अपने लेवल पे कम करो. मैं खुद के अंदर सुधराव ला और मैं सुधर जाऊं, मैं करप्शन नहीं करूंगा, तो अपने घर के अंदर से पैसा आप देगा नहीं तो लेने वाला होगा नहीं. जब तक आप देगा नहीं है तो हर चीज, हर आदमी अपने सोचता है कि मैं सही काम करूं तो अपना देश सुधर जाएगा. और देश सुधरने के लिए बहुत सारे स्किल डेवलपमेंट, सर ने भी बहुत बताया था कि स्किल डेवलप्ड एजुकेशन होना चाहिए. स्किल डेवलप्ड एजुकेशन के लिए भी अभी प्रधानमंत्री कौशल्य योजना, बहुत सारे जो गवर्नमेंट है कोशिश कर रहा है अपने स्किल्स को डेवलप करने के लिए, यूथ के अंदर चेंजेस लाने के लिए. यूथ इसको यूटिलाइज करे और यूथ कोशिश करे कि बाकी कंट्रीज में बहुत छोटा उम्र में ही अपनी कमाई के ऊपर डिपेंड काम करता है, लेकिन अपनी यूथ के अंदर सबसे मेन प्रॉब्लम है कि मेरे को गवर्नमेंट नौकरी नहीं दे रहे. गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर आप फुल्ली डिपेंड मत करो. बहुत सारे ऐसे सोर्सेस है जो आप अपने को पैसा बना सकता है, जैसे कि शेयर मार्केट हो गया है, सेल्फ बिजनेस हो गया है. सेल्फ बिजनेस के लिए भी अभी गवर्नमेंट छोटे छोटे इनकम के लोन्स दे रहे फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट में, तो उसको यूटिलाइज करे और आगे देश को बदल सके. थैंक यू. अभी एनसीसी भी बहुत बढ़िया है कि आप सबसे वर्ल्ड की सबसे बड़ा ये है कि आप देश को अंदर काम कर रहे हैं. थैंक यू.
Thank you, Davis sir. Thank you, Davis sir. But I think, but sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening. Good evening to all.
Very good evening. Very good evening. Can you please quote anything else, na, sir?
Yes. First of all, happy Armed Force Flag Day to all. Am I audible?
Yeah, sir. Audible. Please, sir.
Audible, sir.
Okay. Dr. Pankaj actually talked about the role of youth in nation building. Then our Vardi Devi sir actually talked about how we can actually, approach our youth and how we can actually channelize youth energy and how can, what should be the, role of youth, particularly in 21st century when, in the West, youth are already being engaged. So India also need to take a cue. So they have already talked about it, but I think I should talk about the Armed Force Flag Day, why we are actually celebrating this day. Actually, am I audible?
Yeah,
Dr.
audible,
Razak?
audible, sir,
Yeah.
audible, sir.
Yes. First of all, thank you very much for inviting me and for allowing me to talk about the Armed Force Flag Day. The Armed Force Flag Day, which is also known as the Flag Day of India, is basically a day which is actually being dedicated for honoring the soldiers and veterans of Indian Armed Forces. And this day has been an annual feature in India, and it has been celebrated since 1949. Now, if we talk about the history of Armed Forces Flag Day, India, after becoming politically independent from the British colonial yoke, recognizing the role which armed forces has played in the integration of this great nations. So a committee was actually set up under the Defense Ministry, which ultimately decided to observe a Flag Day annually on December 17. So basically, the idea behind observing Flag Day was to first of all, to pay homage to all the soldiers and of course their families. So what is actually being done on the Flag Day? Basically, a small events is being organized at different levels, and the main program is being organized in Delhi, where the armed forces actually showcase their skill, how they are being contributing for the nation's security. Now coming to the celebration at different level, basically a Flag Day is being distributed among the general population, and in return, a donation is being collected from them in return, and also this day is being significant as it actually help the general public, the civilian population of this country to actually consider and to realize their part of responsibility to actually take care of the families and dependent of the armed forces, and also to show solidarity, because it is the armed force who is actually fighting for the country, who is actually consolidating this diverse nation, and is actually helping country to remain united since the day we actually got politically independence from the British colonial rules. Now, coming to the significance and purpose, basically, Flag Day is, the Flag Day serve three basic purposes. First is that we actually have to rehabilitate the people, the soldier who have been actually been the direct, affected population of this country. So we have to do something as a citizen of this country to help them to as far as their rehabilitation is concerned. Number one. And number two, we have to make sure that we actually contribute as a citizen of this country. We contribute for the welfare of the serving personnel and their families, particularly war widows. Then we also have to make sure that there's a resettlement and welfare of people who have actually been, who have retired from this active services. We have to do something for the welfare of ex-servicemen and their families. So Armed Forces Flag Day is basically the commemoration and a collection of funds through distribution of flags. So it is also a time for Indians to express their gratitude and appreciation to the current and veteran military personnel of India, and to acknowledge those who have actually died in service to the nation. So on this day, all three branches of the Indian Armed Forces, the Indian Army, the Indian Air Force, and the Indian Navy actually arrange a variety of shows, carnivals, dramas, and other entertainment programs to showcase to the general public the efforts of their personnel to ensure national security. So throughout the country, small flags and car flags in red, deep blue, and light blue colors representing the three services is actually being distributed in return for donations. And also, Flag Day Fund has also been set up by the Defense Ministry. In fact, in 1993, the Defense Ministry of India consolidated the related welfare fund into a single Armed Forces Flag Day Funds. And this fund actually include the amalgamated special fund for war bereaved, war disabled, and other ex-servicemen / service personnel. It also established Flag Day Fund. It has also, and various agencies being involved in the collections. For example, Kendra Sainik Board Fund, and also Indian Gorkha Ex-Servicemen Welfare Fund has been established for the same. So the collection is being managed throughout the country by a local arms of Kendra Sainik Board, which is basically the part of Ministry of Defense. The collection is being organized both by the official as well as non-official means through voluntary organization. So welfare of ex-servicemen and their dependent is basically the joint responsibility of the union government and the government of states and union territories. Majority of the problem have to be resolved only by the states and union territories. So, like the Kendra Sainik Board at the center, we have Rajya / Zilla Sainik Board, who are being responsible for the policy formulation and implementation of resettlement and welfare scheme for ex-servicemen, widows, and their dependents residing in their respective states / union territories and districts. To assist the central government in this regard, there are 32 Rajya Sainik Board and 392 Zilla Sainik Boards across the country. Secretary Kendra Sainik Board actually advises the Department of Sainik Welfare in the states / union territories on the policies for resettlement and welfare of ex-servicemen, widows, and seeks report from the Director, Department Sainik Welfare / Secretary, Rajya Sainik Board, and Zilla Sainik Welfare Officer / Secretary, Zilla Sainik Board on the implementation of policies and success in resettling ex-servicemen, widows, disabled personnel invalidated out from the services and their dependents. Advice is also being rendered on the welfare schemes required for the clientele, and which are financed from funds allotted by the governments of states / union territories, and also amalgamated special funds. The funds is being operated by the managing committee presided over by the Defense Ministry at the center and by the executive heads of the government in the states and union territories. When the Armed Forces Flag Day programs is introduced, the funds allocation was managed in such a way that the Central Kendra Sainik Board's headquarters is given only a very small share of the Flag Day collections. Actually, this Flag Day collection is being done by each state, and the allotted funds for the Kendra Sainik Board is only a half paisa per individual in the states. So, basically, my point is that the Armed Forces Flag Day is a day. Let me conclude. And now the Armed Force Flag Day, which has now been an annual features and is being celebrated every year on December 17th. The first thing is to pay homage to all the armed personnel and their families who are the direct sufferer when it's come to armed forces and their families, and also to actually contribute as a civilian, as a responsible citizen of this country, to actually express our solidarity, to express our gratitude, and to remember and to commemorate the immense sacrifices they have made for the unity and integrity of this nation. So with these words, I would like to conclude, and I would like to thanks Dr. P.P. Abdul Razak. I would also like to thanks all the management and the people who are associated with the organization of this enlightening webinar on the role of youth in nation building, on this day of Armed Forces Special. And I would also like to express my gratitude and congratulate Dr. Shenthil Kumar and all the management of Nilgiri College of Arts and Commerce for organizing such a enlightening seminar, which is need of the day. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Bhatt Sahab ji. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay. I already shared the feedback form. Please, all are request to fill the feedback form. We will get the, we will send the certificate through mail. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anybody
Thank
else?
you very much. God bless.
Anybody? I think time is I think we so late. I think 15 minutes or 60 minutes by late. With all your respect, I invite Bhavana, senior cadet of our NCC unit, for a vote of thanks.
One thing, sir, please.
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir. Please continue, sir. Please.
सर बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत आपने बहुत ही अच्छे से ये ऑर्गेनाइज किया। आज सशस्त्र सेना दिवस को आपने बिल्कुल जो है सक्सेसफुल कर दिया है और काफी बातों को हमने सोचा और समझा है और जो स्टूडेंट्स इसमें जुड़े होंगे उनको इसका काफी लाभ होगा। और जैन भट्ट सर भी बहुत अच्छा बोल रहे थे और बहुत सारी बातें सुनने को मिली और लास्ट में गॉड ब्लेस मुझे याद आ गया आपका जैन भट्ट थैंक यू वेरी मच। और देवी सर को हमने सुना, बहुत अच्छा लगा। देवी सर से तो एक अटैचमेंट हमारा हो गया है कि जो भी हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम आएगी तो एनसीसी रिलेटेड हम तुरंत जो है देवी सर को फोन करेंगे और वो हमें बताते भी हैं काफी चीजें और अभी भी हम उनसे जुड़े हुए हैं। और बहुत अच्छा लगा सर, आपने बहुत ही वेल ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वेबिनार रहा। आगे भी हम आपसे जुड़े रहेंगे और आपके पूरे नीलगिरी कॉलेज को मैं थैंक यू बोलना चाहूंगा। पंकज मेहता सर ने बहुत अच्छे से अपना प्रेजेंटेशन दिया है, वेरी नाइसली प्रेजेंटेड सर। Thanks to all of you.
Thank you, Nandan sir. Thank you very much, Joshi sir.
Welcome, sir.
I'm so happy to see all of you. I'm so happy. On behalf of everybody,
we hope that this will continue. We hope, Dr. Razak, it will continue.
This journey
will continue.
Because our Davis sir also says that punctuality is very, very important. So on behalf of entire Nilagiri family, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our Pankaj sir and Davis sir, Davidson sir and our Bhatt sir. I would like to invite our Bhavana, senior cadet, for a officially vote of thanks. Bhavana, please.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, audible.
Yes.
Please.
A very good evening to another gathered here. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks. I would like to thank our Chief Guest, Lieutenant Dr. Pankaj Mehta, Professor, Department of Environmental Science. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful section. Thank you, sir. Then I would like to thank our beloved Secretary, Mr. Rashid Ghazali, sir, and Academic Dean, Professor T. Mohan Babu, sir. And I would like to thank Principal of Nilagiri College for Arts and Science, Dr. G. Senthil Kumar, sir. Thank you, sir, for your section. Then I would like to thank Mr. Devi Shankar, Weapon Instructor, OTA, Committee, Nagpur, Maharashtra. Thank you, sir, for your section. I would like to thank our Lieutenant Dr. P.P. Abdul Razak, sir, Associate NCC Officer. Thank you, sir, for your words. Last but not least, I would like to thank our officers and teachers and my dear friends for your presence. Again, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavana. I think officially we are wind up this session. Sir, with your permission, shall I wind up, sir? Pankaj, sir?
Yes, sir.
Great, informative, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Speech is so great, so informative. Definitely, students will get a benefit out of your 30-35 minutes speech, sir. You're totally talking about this entire youth and development, the importance of education, everything. I'm really congratulating, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
One day, all of you are welcome to Nilagiri family.
Yeah.
We
look forward to come in person over there and interact with the youth, and because what we can do more in pratyaksh roop se in physical form by coming over there. Though we have tried, and I would also like to conduct a big event where all OTA family, because I am missing that. I am telling you that really from my heart, that 160 people I want that whole thing need to organize in the land of J&K.
Yeah,
Whole
definitely.
160 gathering, so that we can enjoy at least couple of days. I will be working hard to arrange funds, so that, because I know fund is a problem. सब लोग कहते हैं बुलाओ, but to बुलाना 160 लोगों के लिए पैसा अरेंज करना, so I will carve that thing कि भाई स्टेट से कुछ पैसे मिल जाएं, 3-4-5 लाख रुपए हम लोग को मिले एक बड़ा इवेंट में, तो एटलीस्ट सबका हम ट्रेवल तो हम स्पॉन्सर करें. We have to think those things, sir, ताकि फिर वो हम लोग बैठ के वो 2 दिनों में कुछ आगे की रणनीति बनाए.
Definitely.
Yeah, yes, sir.
What is the specialties of this webinar? Starting from 80, 85, 89, 90. Now no one left from this your speech. Everybody observing. You know. So I think NCC cadet from all over India already joined. ANOs and many faculty members of both our institution from this Kashmir and as well as Tamil Nadu and Kerala. They already circulated. It's anyway, very good initiative. Your speech is so wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So once again, this is only for reminder.